Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Good.
Good
How are
morning,
you?
my brothers.
Good to see y'all.
How you feeling? Look at old dog all ripped, looking like a young dog.
Yeah, no kidding, man.
Hey,
All I got is a nice shirt.
I, hey,
Gains,
listen. Hey, and one
that's
other thing.
dope.
If I all of a sudden just like black out and just leave, it's because I got the call from my daughter that the baby's coming, so I got to go. All right.
Oh,
Other
Hey,
than
oh
that, I'm good for
man,
the hour.
hey,
hey, Grandpa
She's
Gaines.
she's
Grandpa Gaines.
she's she's ready to go at any minute. So if I get the phone call, I got the phone sitting right here, the other phone. So if I get the call, I'm out of here.
I
Oh,
hear.
Don't take
oh
it personal.
man. What
Now
a
your first
blessing, although.
grandbaby,
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yeah.
Grandpa
wow,
First one.
Gaines.
yo.
Yeah.
Grandpa
So
what
we'll
Gaines.
a
Well,
see.
let us know how we could send something. Let me send something. Let
Nah,
me
that's all
know.
right, man. See, this I appreciate that, man. That's great. That's nice of you to say. But we'll see. I'll
Yeah.
keep you updated. I'll definitely let you know. But I just want to let you know if all of a sudden my screen goes black, I got the call.
All right, your grandpa. Yeah, yeah,
So you know
grandpappy.
something's up.
It's a big
what a
deal, man.
blessing.
That's like
That's
the
huge.
ultimate. That's the ultimate that you of a successful life. So
Yo.
so
Yeah, I can't. I'm really excited. I can't wait. I can't wait. But we'll see. She's almost ready. I mean, it's right there. The date. Actually, her due date was yesterday. So we'll
oh
see.
wow.
The, the baby's kicking already. He must be doing squats in there because she said she sends me videos and you see like her stomach like the baby's kicking around. I said he's probably doing squats and push-ups already. He's getting ready.
Oh, so it's a boy. It's a
Yeah,
boy.
yeah, yeah.
Oh
They did that
wow.
whole gender reveal. They had like the big party and blah blah blah. They were anxious to find out because they wanted to have everything set up and all. So that seems to be the new thing.
Yeah.
I don't so much agree with it. Like with my kids, like I wanted to wait to find out, but um, I think I think more people than not today they find out. It seems anyway, and it gives
I
them
think.
another reason to throw another party. You know.
Yeah. Well, it's better to be prepared so that you know how. Not that it matters much, boy or girl, but you know what? Shout out to your family for even saying boy or girl these days.
Man, for
Yeah,
real. What a blessing, man.
Exactly.
you ain't kidding. You
That
ain't
in
kidding.
itself is a victory.
It's a
So
mad world,
You
man.
ain't
A
kidding
lot
with
of
that,
problems
man.
around.
the world
A
is
lot of problems, man.
upside down.
Oh, it's a bizarro world today, man. It's a bizarro world.
Hey, man,
Crazy.
that's
So
what we. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
go ahead. What were you gonna say?
It is, man. But you see, with with our home, which is this right here, man, we can help it at least a little bit, man. A small grain, you see. We a lot of us don't understand the power that we have, man. Just with ourselves, we just by
Yep.
speaking it, telling it, sharing it. So, man, shout out to everyone, man, that be on this YouTube shit, man, because it's not easy, for real. And it's really amazing how much you can affect to this madness, man. So,
Yeah.
kudos to everyone in here, man.
I hope so. Well, it's a different world, and people put out a lot of different messages, and it's our children that absorb those messages, and it just dramatically changes generationally. And it starts with
Hmm.
multimedia, and
Yeah.
the commercialization, everything, the whole world, man. Don't even get me started, bro.
No,
Yeah.
please,
You're right.
let's fucking get started, man. That's what we're here for. Get fit and talk shit.
They're they're specifically targeting the kids because they know the kids are that much more impressionable. Not that grown-ups aren't. Grown-ups are very impressionable too, but they're specifically going after the kids to get their minds all messed up, and you know, it's really bad. It really is bad. But pushing these agendas on people, I don't care what your preferences are and this and that. You're entitled to have them,
Yes, sir.
but don't push your fucking preferences on me and tell me that if you don't think the way I do, you're racist, you're misogynist, you're transphobic, you're this. No, if I don't agree with what you're preaching, I just don't agree with it. It doesn't mean I don't like you. It doesn't mean I'm going to try and shout you down, but that's their tactic. If they tell you I'm X, Y, and Z, and you should be X, Y, and Z, and I say, no, I don't agree with that. You have a right to be X, Y, and Z, but I just don't want to be. And then they shout me down and say, well, you're this, you're that, you're bad. You know what I mean? You're just a bad person because you don't do what I do. There's something wrong with that. There's something wrong with that. And that's the way the world's going. You know, if you don't agree with the agenda, you're canceled. You don't exist anymore. You got to agree with whatever we tell you to agree with.
So wouldn't that be a violation of my rights?
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Like, if you have an alternative truth, right? What's that got to do with me?
Right.
Well, we all live here. That's what it has to do with you.
That's cool. We was all living here before.
Right.
I'm willing to listen to people. And again, I don't, because somebody tells me I live this way or that way, I don't have any problem with that. I don't care how anybody lives. As long as you're living a healthy life, doing the best you can, you're getting along. Who you sleep with, what you do, it's fine.
What's the agenda?
What's that?
Who is this we?
What do you mean?
You're saying there's an agenda that's being pushed by somebody.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I mean, you want to call it these globalist elites or whatever, but you turn on mainstream media, it's the same thing over and over and over again, and it's all about control. If you listen to it, it really is.
Okay,
it's all about control.
So you're saying the 1%, the highest money making folks, is that what you're saying? Global elite? I hear agenda all the time, and I'm still at a loss of who these people actually are.
Oh, yeah, it's absolutely. You look at the George Soroses, the Bill Gates, all these people, right?
Okay.
And the ones that'll go unnamed. But these are you think that like the politicians in Congress and the senators, like they're all slaves to the donors and special interests and all that stuff. They vote certain ways on certain things because it's not. They're not doing it, because. Everybody does things for a reason.
Sure.
Everybody does things for a reason. And I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but, you can't trust what these politicians on the left or the right. Again, I'm not saying that everybody on the left is bad, everybody on the right is good or whatever. But there's always, you have to look at where it's coming from. What's behind it? I'll go back to something that we're into, like health and fitness. Yeah. And you look at, and they say like,
well, money.
A new study says that X, Y, and Z. The first thing you have to look at is who funded that study.
Sure.
Because I can go online right now and find you a study that'll tell you that drinking Coca-Cola every day is not unhealthy. That's poison. That's putting poison in your body. That's a fact. I don't think anybody will dispute that. But I'll find you a study that'll say, no, it's okay to drink that. If you dig deeper, you'll see that study was funded, maybe not directly, but if you zig and zag, you'll see that the money came from Coca-Cola.
Yeah, you gotta check your sources for sure. But I'd also argue that you need to check your scientists, because if you have credible scientists, if they're putting out garbage, they're going to get shot down in that community. That's the whole point.
And they should be.
Yeah.
And they absolutely should be.
Right.
And they absolutely should be. But, we're going to go back to this whole thing. Again, you want to think it's right or wrong. I don't agree with it. But you have this guy, the whole controversy with Bud Light. And this guy, whatever his name is, he's a guy. He's a man. And Nike hired him as a model to sell sports. A man that doesn't have female breasts is selling sports bras. That's a little skewed. I don't agree with it. If they want to do it, I won't buy their product. But that doesn't sound right to me. It doesn't sit right with me.
I think there's a big difference between right and wrong and true and false. And people keep getting hung up on what's right and what's wrong, what's good and what's bad. People should just focus on what's true and what's false. And whether it's right or wrong, it should only matter to that person. Right and wrong is a personal thing. True and false is a social
I
thing.
was
Agreed.
I was watching some of these congressional hearings, and you had people like a senator would say to whatever during the hearing, can you tell me what the guy is? He's the head of Health and Human Services. I don't remember the guy's name, but he's the guy in charge of Health and Human Services in the United States. And they said to him, do you think that a man could get pregnant? And he wouldn't say no.
There's this Matt Walsh documentary. It's called "What Is a Woman."
I've heard of that. I never saw it though.
I haven't seen it either. I've seen like his speeches and stuff. What is a woman? And people are so afraid to answer that question because that question is predicated upon true and false, and then it changes.
Right.
I guess the reaction of people's right and wrong. But if you could just say the truth, then we can start accepting, right and wrong, whatever. It doesn't matter. But true and false doesn't change because of how people feel. You know what I'm saying? This identification stuff, you can identify as whatever you want. It doesn't mean that that's actuality or reality.
Right.
Yeah, man. We
You're
see
absolutely
this.
right.
We
Facts
see
are
this shit all.
facts.
Yes, sir. We see this all over, man. Like, if you were to have a daughter, man, okay? And this is crazy, man. Somebody had me thinking about this. And you see a man going into the girl's restroom. A man that says it's a woman. How are you gonna feel as a dad? Because, hey, not because, hey, same. Respect to everyone. You have the choice to do whatever you want. That's you at the end of the day, right?
Right.
But how will you feel as a dad, man? Because not all these people is truly like that. Some people use this as a mask,
Right.
right? To infiltrate, go in that restroom, look, do sometimes, man. There's sick minds out there, man. So, yeah, you have you're entitled to do whatever you want with you, but do not try to push me into me.
The big controversy, and again, I don't agree with this. The guy, I don't remember his name now, but the guy that became the swimmer, and now there's the girl that came out and she's talking against it. They're vilifying this girl for saying, like, why? I trained my whole life as a woman to be a woman swimmer, and now they put a man in a pool against me, and she's speaking out against it, and she's being vilified for that, saying that, like, who, you shouldn't be doing that. Like, this, he's actually a woman. He's not. He was born a male. They're altering that with all sorts of hormones and this and that. Absolutely.
Yeah,
his wingspan, everything.
Did you hear that story? I'm sorry. Oh, go ahead. Oh,
I was just saying, I'm a very, like, I hear what you're saying about the restrooms, although, like, but there's already laws in place. Like, if a man goes in and does something stupid in there that's illegal, then those are in place. But I don't know. I don't really give a shit if there's stalls. What do I care if there's a woman taking a dump next to me or a man taking a dump next to me? It's still people just taking a dump.
And I agree.
But as far as competitive sports, 100%. Like, this is one area that I'm like, clearly there's differences in female and male anatomy.
Yeah.
That's why there isn't a mixed sports. That's why they're separated.
Right.
Competitive, professional, paid sports, and same, starting in college. So I don't think that we figured that one out yet.
It is figured out. It was figured out already. It was already figured out.
Yes, but we live in a world now where, actually, it's not even now. We've always lived in a world now. We're just more aware of the fact that there is a third sex of people who change from one to the other.
But that's not a sex.
Derek, they have the absolute right to do that. They have the absolute right to do that. But I shouldn't send my kid, my 5, 8, 10, 12-year-old kid to school and have this taught as if it's something normal and pushed on them like, are you sure you don't want to be a woman? You're a little boy. Maybe you should be a woman.
It's been around.
See what makes something normal or abnormal is its consistency and how much it happens, right? So we can call that normal. That's cool, but it doesn't mean right and wrong. It mean or true and false. You know what I'm saying? And as far as sports, it was figured out already. Men's sports, women's sports. If you want to transgender, then they should have their own way.
That's what I'm
But
saying. That's what I'm saying. It hasn't been figured out. Like, clearly, if you're a man who turns into a woman and you still want to compete in the men's category,
Yeah.
that makes sense. If you're a woman who's turned into a man and you want to compete in the men's sport, fine. But you can also compete in the women's sport. Like,
nah, it don't work like that, man.
No,
it's not fair,
no,
especially when it just comes to identifying.
Wait,
Identifying is.
You didn't hear what I said. If you're a woman who changes into a man who wants to then compete in the men's sport, go ahead.
I agree with that.
If you're a man who changes to a woman, then you cannot compete in the women's sport.
Agreed.
There's clearly strength advantages in almost across the board for males who hold higher strength gains. You know, it's where there wasn't a difference, then there isn't a separation of the sexes from what I've seen.
Hey, I cannot agree with that, because I think it should just be as it is, man. Men compete with men and women compete with women.
Okay.
Why can one do the other and the other one cannot do the other?
Okay,
you know?
So men hold the highest. We'll just go with Olympic lifts, just to make it real simple and plain. If there's a woman out there who can achieve the level that is breaking world records with men, then why wouldn't she compete in the higher level?
Because it wouldn't be the same. Then men cannot do the same, but women can do it. You see what I'm saying?
He's alluding to that the men already have the general advantage. So if if a woman is conceivably genetically disadvantaged but becomes so good that she can compete against men, then she should be afforded that right.
Wants to.
I'm not opposed to that.
I mean,
unless it was a full contact, it doesn't even matter. If that's what they choose, that's fine. But then that makes it unfair for a man to do the same with women.
Right. Well, I mean, but it seems, isn't that pretty common sense? Like, if men are lifting 500 pounds for a clean, the best woman clean is 300 pounds. If there's a woman who's doing 505, who cares if she's a man or a woman? If you're doing 505, you're doing 505.
I know what you're saying.
I know what you're saying. Example, I agree.
Hey,
go ahead, Aldo.
So I don't know if you guys saw, and I forget what state it was in, but I just read this in like the past 2 weeks. I don't remember what state. I'm going to say maybe it was Massachusetts, but if I got the story right. So some type of women's powerlifting organization, a man transitioned to a woman, and then he went to this powerlifting organization and started competing against women as a powerlifter. He demolished all the records against these women, right? So hold on, Derek. So now what happens is another guy who's a male powerlifter who hasn't transitioned, he goes to the organization and says, I want to compete because I identify as a woman. So according to the bylaws that they changed of this organization, just the fact that he said, I'm a woman, they let him compete as a woman. So he goes to the competition, and the transgender that had the record, this guy demolishes the transgender record, right? Whatever it was. It was on the bench press. The outcry was unbelievable.
That was the story I was going to tell.
That?
Same story.
You know what I'm talking about, Gus? You heard?
Yeah, that was the same story. That was the same story I was going to talk about.
Right. And now
it blew my mind.
Now, who's the demon in the whole story now is the guy, the man who said, well, I identify as a woman. But it's okay for them to say, I identify as this. These are my pronouns. address me this way, address me that way. So this guy said, okay, if those are the rules, I'm a woman and I'm going to go compete against you. And he demolished the transgender's record
with a full beard,
and they vilified.
Yeah, but I mean,
But who's the bad guy? Who's the bad guy?
Silly.
The guy who said
both of them.
Exactly. But Derek, my point is
karate class against kids. Hey, I want to do karate.
Right. If you show up at a kid's karate school and say, I identify as a 10-year-old, let me in, and you start kicking kids across the room, you start kicking little kids across the room, and you go, no, but I'm really 10 years old. Wouldn't and people say to you, you're not a
that isn't far-fetched, because there are people with disabilities that their brain is that of a child.
Yeah.
So they would be well within their rights to compete with people that they physically, in actuality, you know, and a doctor says so. That's what they are. They think like
they might be on that level mentally, but they're not on that physically they've grown up and matured.
But that's the same thing as everything else. Capacity. If I'm a full-grown man, but I identify as a woman, then same thing as a adult man that identifies as a child. It's you were talking about how I feel or about what the truth is.
Right.
What's the status? What's the stature? And just to be clear,
what are the facts? And go ahead, Derek.
I'm just saying, I don't care what you identify as, but if there's categories that involve money or, historic records, then you can't just arbitrarily choose. Okay,
and Derek,
I want to be in the history book, so I'm going to go the route that's I can make it.
Right, the path of least resistance, and because I say that I'm this. But Derek, I agree with you. I don't care what anybody is. My point is the fact that this whole ideology is being pushed. And if anybody that stands up and says, I don't agree with that, I don't want to live that way, I don't want my kids taught that transgenderism is normal, and because I don't agree with that, I want to raise my children that I want. And you're turned into like some kind of, this whole cancel culture, you know what I mean? If you say anything, if you think a certain way that's against what they want you to think, they just have the right to say, you're done, you're canceled. Yeah. You know what I mean? You can't work here anymore. It's ridiculous.
That's more nuanced.
But
you're getting
nuanced in what sense?
Discussion. Well, to me, in competitive sports, it's very clear-cut common sense. Like there's hundreds of years of examples of male records and female records and times and the clear distinction. When you start getting into teaching, that gets real gray to me. Like everybody has, I would say then that religious schools should not be allowed because they're definitely preaching an agenda.
Yeah, but you have it. But Derek, these religious schools, you have a choice to send your kids there. If your kids, if I'm a taxpayer, taxpayer,
I need sound effects, man. Boom! He drops a bomb. Then he drops a bomb.
What I'm saying is, when I was really young, I went to a Catholic school, and my mother paid for me to go there. But then I went into as a taxpayer, I'm paying taxes, and part of the taxes fund the school system. Right, so if I'm paying to send my kids to these schools, and I have no say. I have no say in what's being taught in the schools. You're going to tell me, no, this is what we're going to teach. And I say, well, why? How come you're not teaching this way? That you don't question us. We will teach your kids what we want to teach them. I don't agree with that. And that's what's going on.
At least in my
look at some of these school board meetings.
You could
what's that?
In whatever school you want to. Their schools are not like they were when we were kids.
The public school. I'm talking about the public school system.
I'm talking about the public school system. You've got school of choice now. You get to pick whichever school you want to send your kids to. At least
but it's the same. They go by the same booklet, by the same same curriculum. Hey, I made the choice to homeschool my kid because of a lot of these things, right?
Yeah.
because in the schools don't teach you a lot of principles that I believe they should be taught, right? So we choose that.
Yeah.
So we have the choice, man, but not every
Right.
parent has the possibilities. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Well, I think if you're gonna
Now,
teach it in schools, and the fact is, it has to be taught in schools because it's a reality of the world. But it
Yeah.
shouldn't be taught in a way to children in a way that it's sexualized. A, B, it should be taught as true and false, as fact and fiction. That's the only way things should be taught, as true and false, what is and is not. And then you can, talk about everything else. When you talk about war, do we talk about war as right or wrong?
No, just talk about war as an event.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this man, and this should be thought as a respect, right? Or you respect
Human
that person.
rights. Human rights is for everyone. Everyone is entitled to the same human right. But it is
right.
now privileged to extend superior rights to someone else and then remove certain rights to somebody with an alternative view. So it should be
Right.
equal across the board. It should, no matter
Yeah.
what you identify as, it doesn't change true and false. So our rights should still be equal in all walks. And that goes for men and women, or
Yeah.
whatever you want to be in between. But it's still man and woman.
Yeah,
Now,
that would never
You know?
change.
You
Now,
can call yourself whatever
you
you
see-
want.
Let's do some work.
Yeah, let's do some work.
Yeah,
We didn't
yeah.
even pay in.
I was going to say, do you see how divisive this subject can be? We're 26 minutes in and we haven't done one push-up.
I know.
Not
We're
one.
going back and forth, right?
But this
And
is
we'll
it,
go
man.
on and on and on.
But you
We
see,
can
guys,
talk about it.
but this is it right here. You see, all of us. I still got love for all you motherfuckers, man. But you see, we can talk about this, man. That's all. What the rest of the world should know, man. That we should be able to talk about this and have the respect and have the love for each other, man. Because this, whatever you wanna be, however you wanna identify yourself, should not
Yeah.
put me apart from loving you, right? And loving
Still
me if I
humans.
had these beliefs. Well, that's just my beliefs, man. If I'm Christian, you Jewish, I still can love you. We can still play some ball. I mean, I grew up like that, man. I have homies with different beliefs, and we were homies.
Yep.
And that's what we should come back to, man, because it used to be like that before, but somehow, somewhere now, it's being portrayed as, well, I don't like you because you brown, or you this or do that. They're pushing it more and more. So this is it right here. This is the real America right here, man. I'm not American, man. I'm going to one day though, but I love this country, man, and I love what it
There you
has
go.
gave me, right? And growing up, I mean, I would hang out with everyone, and there was no problems. But somehow, with how time goes, and then you hear these things like, "Oh man, why?" This is it right here. This is it right here.
Yep.
We can all be together and apart at the same time. Respect, man.
Yep.
That's it.
Shout
You're
out to all
absolutely
the comments I didn't get to go through.
Shout
So
out to
let's get
everyone
our
in here,
30
man.
35 buy-in.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, you
go.
gotta say
35.
what we're doing. What we're doing. You gotta see if we get it in 30 minutes.
Yeah, we got 30 minutes. 35 buy-in, then we'll start at 30 down. Push-ups.
35 buy-in. I'm identifying as a woman today. I'm only doing 20.
Yeah, but equal rights.
That's fine.
Women or not, you still do 35 because it's equal rights.
Here I go, dog. Ah.
All right, we're gonna have to run through this 30 down.
That's it.
Squatting.
Shout out to the comment section. Sorry we didn't give you the love today.
Go here. On the concrete, man. That thing's too soft there.
Sorry we didn't answer the comments. We were trying to figure out if we were men or women.
Let's ditch the squats for time.
That's the rest period, man.
All right.
Then 30?
30 down.
35.
All right, how about
It's 35 down?
We got to do 30,
30 down.
30 down.
We just did our 35.
pushes?
Squats.
You want 35 squats?
That's what I was saying.
All right, 35 squats.
All right, 35 squats.
This is good, man. We were having a similar conversation to this up with my crew at lunch.
What's the consensus in California?
There's no consensus. We're having a conversation.
Hey, that's funny because I was gonna put up a video about that, man. I was also gonna say that's a preview though. Why are nuclear families? You see, why it's not that in the agenda, man? Like everybody's so easy to leave their families, right? Those are it's so easy for guys to like just make a kid here, not put on the shit. Why is that not being pushed? You know what I mean? Make sure it works.
Everyone else do 30. Aldo, tell us about it.
Why? I'm still winded. But why is family not being pushed? Why is not being pushed that you got to work your problems within your family? Of course, if it's a violent fucking relationship, you better get the fuck out. But why, if it's a small problem, you fix that? A lot of things, man, a lot of problems you can fix, man, by talking, conversating with one another, your wife, your girlfriend, your fiance, soon-to-be wife. You can conversate that, man, and fix it. You know, at least do your best, man. Why nuclear families are not being pushed? Why so many single moms out there, man? You know what I mean? Let me get this 30, man.
Single fathers too.
And single fathers too.
You know why? It's because of equal rights. I'm sorry to say.
What do you mean?
The dynamic is different. There are like, you know, like society roles. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't have to be exclusive. Like your role is exclusive. But there's a certain level of normality. Now, either one of them can have those roles. But there has to be a role.
You're talking about the mother or the father?
Yeah, there has to be roles. It's not equal. There's roles. And it don't matter who has it. But everyone has roles and responsibilities.
That's true.
And there has to be respect. The problem is we don't have respect.
That's true, man. Hey, because at the end of the day, men and women
29.
are not the same, man. We are not the same. We're meant to be like this. One, and with this, we can build around, man. Because sometimes there's some women that say, you know, we're the same, but we're not, because women cannot do the same work that we do. At the end of the day, either they can't physically, or they just wouldn't want to. Plain. Let me get
Even if they did, then the balance of the required roles for a family has to be on the other person. One person can't do everything for it to and it be successful.
No, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, it gotta be shifted.
Come here. Come here. One. Ah. 28. Whew.
That's 29 or 28?
28.
That was 29.
I just did.
I just did 29.
Yeah.
I got 28.
Oh, we're losing count already. This is going to be bad.
I'm on
one's gonna get
28.
bad.
I'm gonna start 28.
I'm starting 28.
Okay, I'm with you, Gus.
Where are you on, Aldo?
I thought I was on 28, but now you guys make me doubt me. Shit.
Did you start 28?
I did. I thought I did 28.
All right. Do it again.
But you skipped 29. You did 28, but you skipped 29.
Man, I thought I did. Shit.
All right, come on, 28. Let's go.
I just deal with you guys. 28. Ah. Tony.
28.
Tony.
Pump is already here.
Hey. 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 Why is being a strong man not pushed? Why is not that shit not pushed? In school everywhere. Why is not being a strong man? Why?
Well,
Because now
we
they
call
call
that
it toxic masculinity. Now they call it. You're toxic.
well, what they call toxic is not what I call strong.
No, I agree.
Same.
That's generally weak masculinity, I would say.
Yeah, it's overcompensated.
But often, I would say the appearance, just the look of strong masculinity can be associated with people who are toxically over masculine or not.
Where'd they get that shit from, though?
Because we haven't done great in life.
Let O tell us. We do 27. Let O tell us.
All right, let's go.
I would say because we have historically, as men, not done a great job. Where we are stronger, we have abused that. I mean, look at just violence towards women. Most of the time, it's a man to his wife. What kind of crap is that? We like I just look historically. We haven't done a great job as men with our women. We've abused those relationships, and so I can see where masculinity can quickly be associated with toxic, as opposed to seeing it as a strength. All right, I'm gonna get mine. 27.
That was a great point, Oh. That was a great point, Oh.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that too.
The first problem, and this goes back to society. Everybody is concerned about appearance, how things look, and how things are perceived, instead of focusing on the only thing that's important, and that's, like I keep saying, what's in your own little world. If the whole world look at me as some type of way, but that's not the way I'm looked at when I walk into my own home, then what matters? And you could put it either way. If I'm a toxic man outside and I'm heavily respected, and I go inside and I'm not shit. My wife is scared or whatever. My kids are scared.
Right.
Then that's useless. On the flip side, if I'm outside and I'm not considered a man because I may not jump out the window exuberating violence or whatever people consider being a man is, but when I walk in the home, I'm respected and loved, then what's important?
Yeah.
So what perception are we trying to appease? The people that really don't care?
That's the question right there. That's a great question right there, Gus.
We all know, man. Let's just do this assignment. We all know. All Osiris know, Aldo know, Gusto knows. Aldo Cruzades of Motivation knows. Your fucking conscience always gonna wanna speak to you, man. We really know what's right and what's wrong. In us, we know, man. Everybody knows what's right. Everybody knows that respect, because when I do something disrespectful to somebody, man, somehow in the back of my somewhere, I feel wrong. I feel like, man, why did I say that? Why did I say that? But not everyone can really accept it and say, well, fuck, I'm gonna go fix it. I'm gonna go talk to this person. I'm gonna go say I'm sorry, no matter who it is, man. But we all know. Sometimes we just escape from it, though. 26. Ah. I mean, let me rephrase this. There's a few though that really have disorders that can't perceive that, but most of us, man, we know. We know when we do wrong. We know that we should not be fucking drinking every day. We can't control it, but we know it's wrong. Most people that you know that smoke, that drink, what do they say? Oh man, I wish I could quit. Oh man, I wish I could quit smoking. Oh man, I wish I could go to the gym. They fucking know.
Yeah, they know.
Shit, I'm gonna tell you an example in my life. Sorry, go ahead, man.
Go ahead, go.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you an example in my life, man. Sometimes I fuck up with my wife. She knows. She's surprised somewhere in there watching. And I tell her, a lot of times I'm like, babe, thanks for keeping it together when I fuck up. You see? Because I know, man, sometimes it's just me. That I don't know what happens in this head. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm big on trying to control it, but sometimes that fucking beast comes out of place. And I notice, my wife, she keeps it together. Sometimes just by staying quiet, not saying much. And later, when I regain myself, I'm like, babe, well, thanks for keeping it together then, because I was fucked up. 25.
But But the thing is, Aldo, I mean, that's a good sign is that you actually realize it. Even if it's a little bit after the fact, you just try a little bit more next time. But you realize what's going on.
But that's my conscience speaking to me.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I would say that is because you've had your conscience developed. You've worked on a development of a set of values that teaches you right and wrong. And you've probably looked at it enough to come to a current conclusion. I don't know if there's a lot of people, I don't know if there's enough people looking at that question and asking themselves those questions. I think that's why
there aren't.
we have a mess.
What you guys described was exactly the quote I put in the description. And it says, what a liberating thing to realize that our problems are probably our richest sources for rising to the ultimate virtue of compassion. So because you were being an asshole, Aldo, you got to sit down and realize that the problem was you being an asshole. So you found some compassion in that to improve and be better, to not be the asshole. But if you're never the asshole, you might never learn that virtue. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's important. I pride myself on being an asshole. and learning from it.
And growing.
And growing.
Well, exactly. Derek hit the nail on the head. If you do that, as long as you grow from it and you learn. But if you stay an asshole, then things aren't doing too well.
Here's a question. And Aldo alluded to it. It's not just when you recognize yourself being an asshole, but fortunately, we have some people in our lives that will mirror back to us and say, hey, I don't know if you noticed it, but you were being an asshole. So I think that's we gotta look for our community input.
Yeah. So now imagine if it's your partner that is able to realize those things and being able to tell you the truth and for you to be able to accept it. That's how you maintain a nuclear home. With the truth.
Shout out to nuclear home, dog.
Separating truth and false rather than right and wrong. Because you were wrong. But all because you're wrong, it doesn't mean you can't make it right.
Exactly.
But true is true and false is false. You can't change that.
All right, here's a sneak for you guys.
I'm going to do 25 while you tell me.
Yeah.
Or 24.
24.
I'm on 22.
Is this true in the true false category or the right wrong category? A man who thinks he should have been born a woman converts whatever amount to a woman. Is that right or wrong? True or false category?
One more time, please.
All right. I like what you did there. So, all right, that's a good one, though, because I got to say, for that person, it's true. I'm not going to deny somebody else's truth. I'm not saying if you identify as something that's false. I'm not saying that.
Right.
So I guess you pulled the rug from under my feet. But I still believe. So even though you identify as a woman, I'm still going to say it's true that you're a man. And I'm also going to say it's true that you identify as a woman.
Right? I think that's the trick of it there.
Hey.
Yeah,
Hey.
that was a good one. That was a good one.
The
But it's important for us to think.
Derek, this goes back to my point earlier for the scenario you just painted there, Derek, right?
Right.
I don't have a problem. My whole point is I don't, like you said, I don't care. Like if that person, for whatever their rationale is, like I'm not happy with what I am, so I want to transition into something else.
Sure.
Do it. Because if that's what's going to make you happy in your life, then go do it. I'm not going to try and influence that. But my problem is the flip side, where they try and push that, you know, doing this is somehow like the world isn't like male and female. The male is like the world is in between, and you should embrace that theory and that belief. I don't agree with that. I'm not trying to influence you. Like if that person wanted to transition, I wouldn't sit them down and go, look, you really shouldn't be doing this. It's wrong. Okay. I'd say, if it makes you happy, go ahead and do it. I'm not going to influence them either way. And I don't want to be influenced. I don't want my children being influenced.
The problem starts when you don't leave it there. Now you got to tack on more and more and more than that. That's when the problems start.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, this shit's confusing as fuck, man.
You lost me there. I know exactly what you're saying.
Hey, me?
Yeah.
Look.
You and Vinny.
Go ahead.
That's too gray to understand for me.
Hey, check it out. It's fucking confusing, man, because whoever that wants to transition, that's all right, man. Like I said, respect is all. But even for me, man, like I've been at the store, like I was just at the store the other day, man, and this person needed help. And fuck, man, I had to think like, is this man with some shorty shorts on, right? Some lipstick, but then he's got a like when I don't shave, right? When I don't shave, I look like this. So
what, sexy?
I was like, yeah, like yeah. No, but like like fucking little hairs in here. So he looked like a man, but then he had these shorts and this lipstick. I'm like, fuck. I said, sir. I'm like, yeah. So let me help you. And he didn't make none of it. He was fine. I helped him. Everything was cool. But the problem is when somebody gets offended over that shit. You should look at the mirror, my boy, and should know that people's gonna get confused, man. You know what I'm saying? This man knew, and he was okay with it. We had, I talked to him for a little bit. We had a small conversation, and it was fine. You see, like that's what I'm saying, man. Like we, it's nothing but love, man. But the problem starts when somebody wants to take it to the next fucking level, and just create more drama.
Crazy individuals, man. You can't. There are crazy individuals of all sorts out there. Like,
yes, sir.
We make assumptions all the time in life, and
I agree.
They're messed up all the time. So people overreact to them, and that's just them being them. I struggle with that one too. I grew up for 50 years with he and him, and she and her. I don't have a problem with they and them. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I may make an assumption incorrectly. So just let me know, and I'll fix it.
That's fair. I will just refer to people by their name.
That's the easiest.
That's true.
Before I change my understanding of grammar. I'm not going to change the rules. But by referring to someone by their name I think is a fair compromise.
Right, but
if not, call me King. I want to be referred to as King. Not just in my house anymore. When I come outside too.
22.
I'm on 23.
I'll take a break after this.
I just did 22. 22. I'm going on 21. No, for real, man. We must unite, my people. Everyone that's watching. Do not look at your neighbor on how he looks or how he wants to be, man. Look at him on his actions. You see? How is he with other people? How is he as a neighbor? Is he a good neighbor? Don't fucking look at him and think like, oh man,
That's a
He
good
black,
point.
man. He must be a criminal, or he must do this, or he's he Mexican, man. Watch out, you know. That's our fucking problem, man. We shouldn't look at people like that. We should look at them by their
Yeah.
actions, their
Hey,
character.
Right.
can I identify as a Mexican?
No.
I mean,
Why
shit,
not?
that's your
Why
choice,
not?
though.
I feel like I'm a Mexican inside.
You see?
My good friend who is Mexican, he said, "Yeah, Derek, you can tell people you're Mexican."
20, 21.
He's also married to a Puerto Rican who says, "No, no." Puerto Ricans.
Hey, listen. I can identify as a lion, but I better keep my ass out that jungle. Because it's gonna come down to true and false.
21. 21. Twenty. We must stay united, man. For real. This is the time so that we must do it the most. Right now, man. With all this shit is trying to separate us apart, man. We gotta stay united together, man. There's more of us than is them. 20.
But that's more division.
20.
21. Am I on 21 or 22?
Got to be 21, Gus.
It better be.
You got to be 21.
Gotta be.
No, it's got to be.
Yeah.
I need it to be right. I need it to be true. I need it to be true.
It's true.
I'm going on 20.
21?
I'm going on 20. Yeah. 20. 20. Let's go. Oh, shit. Ah.
Yo, Action Jackson, I hope you're doing this set today.
Uh-oh.
Getting rough.
20.
You doing 20 now, Gus?
Yeah.
I'm going on 19. Ah.
All right. Derek, what do you want? Are you doing 20 or 21?
Finishing 20.
Probably messing up his count.
That was 20.
Okay. I'm with you then. I just finished 20.
Getting ugly.
Aldo, you finished 20, right?
Yeah. Ah.
Hope I'm not
20.
wrecking my arms for tomorrow.
Man. Man.
All right, Gus is doing 20 now.
All right. Break.
Home stretch, boys.
We were talking more shit than getting fit today, but that's all right, man.
We might have to change the name to Talk Shit and Get Fit.
Yeah. Talk shit and maybe get in a few push-ups with it.
Although this is burning, so maybe this is a good format. We talk shit for a half hour.
And get intense.
Time.
Yeah, I agree.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, I agree. That's a beautiful podcast today, guys. Hey, check it out, my people. Thank you so much for being on the other side, man. But here it happened right here, man. This is the real neighborhoods, man. This is the real life right here. See this shit? We're getting together, we talk. We have different opinions, man. We're all different here. But look,
and that's okay.
We're good. Yeah, that's all right. Hell yeah.
Practice, man. It's another form of practice.
That's it.
Gus is lagging with the comments. Gus was lagging with the comments today.
Yeah, that's my fault.
All good.
I was so into the conversation
Nice.
that I knew once I started clicking on the comments, it was gonna take us off of the conversation.
Yeah.
So that's why. And now at this point, if I start giving the comments love, then it's not fair to the people that I skip.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. So shout out to the comment section. I apologize. We love y'all.
All right, so everybody's on the same page. We're all on 20 now, right?
I'm on 19.
I mean, we're going to go to 19. We finished 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready?
All right. Let's go.
All right. 19.
I have read all the comments, though, by the way.
Nice.
19.
Ah. 19.
All right. To be respectful to my lady, I'm gonna go 10 after. And then
Copy.
I'll make up work.
You going hiking?
Yes, sir.
You're hiking today, Derek?
Yep. We're gonna do a local one. Yesterday was awesome. We did like, I don't know, 10 creek and river crossings. That's just awesome. Never seen this much water before up here. Well, not since like, I think our last big storm was in 2005. So,
Did you guys have a rainy year this year?
yeah, this is the most since 2005.
Huh.
Awesome.
Derek, you said you were born and raised out there?
I was
Derek, you were born
in
and raised?
Sacramento till I was 8, and then I lived in Morro Bay till I was 12. Moved here.
Where's
then.
Morro Bay?
It's 3 hours north of here. It's a little town, like 10,000 people. Look up Morro Rock.
Okay.
And then
Sac Town?
What's that?
I say Sac Town. So Kings, Lakers, or Clippers?
Giants.
Yay, Gates. You got the Giants blue on right now. You got to make the GFTS orange to come out clear.
18?
We're going 18?
18.
Yeah, 18. Let's go.
All right, just to be transparent, I'm doing shorties today on push-up. This is the first time I've done shorties, and I can't tell you.
Hey, do they identify as a push-up?
Yep.
Makes sense.
So then we accept it.
I'll have to ask him.
Good workout, I'll tell you that. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look, it started with my problem. I went to 2 different parks.
Right.
So I settled on where I'm at now. This is kind of nice. I think if I get a portable pull-up bar, I can set up shop over here. I got shade and all of that. 17?
That'll be good for the summertime.
17.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sac town, the Mac town. 17. Oh, you meant San Francisco Giants.
Yeah.
I take back my praise.
I was going, what blue are you talking about?
We were 17, right?
Yeah, that
That's
went over.
California.
That went over my head too. I thought it was talking about the football Giants.
Yeah.
San Francisco, baseball.
Hi. It's all right. Shout out to San Francisco. 18.
I do have, this is Dodger blue, though.
Yeah, it's Dodger blue. It's definitely that.
It was 18 or 17?
17.
17.
Yeah.
17.
16 next?
That's all right, because
Yep.
the Dodgers are originally Brooklyn.
That's right. Right.
You going on 16, Aldo?
Very starting.
And you had Don Mattingly to really make it whole.
Hold on, you doing 16 already?
I'm doing 16 squats, yes.
Me too. $16.
The 16.
13. Sure. 15. Let's go. Oh. 15. 15.
All right. That's what's going on.
Oh. 14.
All right, who's where? So we
Thanks,
let's regroup here.
I'm on 14.
15.
Aldo, you finished 15?
Yeah.
I'm
Gusto,
starting
where you at?
15. I'm starting 15.
Okay. All right. Aldo, let's wait for Gus.
All right.
Pressure.
All right.
Pressure.
Wait for Gus.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. Man, that turned out to be a great workout. Gee. Shout out to all the gonna be a grandpa, man.
Yeah.
What a blessing. What a blessing,
Any day
man. What
now.
a blessing.
Any day.
Any minute. How far is the hospital?
Yeah.
Or is she gonna do that tub birth? Old school.
No. No, well, she's actually only like 20 minutes from the hospital, but I'm like 2 hours and 15 minutes from there. I got to go all the way back down towards Philadelphia. They live right outside Philadelphia.
Wow. Fill up your gas tank.
Yeah.
I got it full and ready to go.
Nice.
14.
14.
Done.
All right, fellas.
14.
I got to keep my word with my lady.
Yeah.
All right.
Peace, all. Thank you so much, man.
Thanks
We
again for
appreciate
joining
it.
us. It was sweet.
All right, there.
Gaines.
Gainbros side.
I got to
Gaines.
sling another one. Different color. It don't pop.
I will finish the rest
All
of
right,
the set.
Gaines.
All right.
All right,
Enjoy the
Derek.
plane.
Much
Enjoy
love,
the
my
hike. Be
brother.
safe.
Much
to you
love,
all.
brother. Have fun. Thank you. Thank you.
Talk
All
next
right,
week.
14.
14.
14. Gus, you finished 15?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
14. 14.
$14. $14. 14. 14.
13 next.
13 next.
Right into
Let's
it?
go. Yeah, let's go. That's it. $13.
13 done.
Yeah.
Okay.
12.
You guys still doing the squats?
Yeah.
You guys are fat.
13. You gotta work on them legs, guys. You been though. You been doing squats and shit. You been working?
Yeah, I've been working. And I've been back on my sprinting.
All good.
I've been running.
How's that hamstring feeling? No problems?
I can do what I gotta do, but I'm still apprehensive or conscientious. So I wouldn't say I'm 100%, but it could be mental too.
Yeah, yeah.
12.
12.
12.
Hey, Vinny,
Yo.
I identify as injured. I don't know if it's true or false. 12.
If I can't finish this set, I'm going to identify as a heart attack victim.
God forbid.
So,
Well, at least you're on your way to the hospital.
I'll kill two birds with one stone. Hey, Doc. Doc, while I'm here with my grandson, can you hit me with the defib?
11.
All right, I'm going to 11. I'm going to 11.
Let's go. Yeah. $11. Yeah.
All right, home stretch, fellas. Home stretch.
11.
Hey, Vinny.
Going on 10.
Yo.
If you give a chicken steroids, will it make it a turkey? I wish I thought of that line when it made sense. Context is everything. But I couldn't let it go.
It all depends on if the chicken. It all depends what the chicken wants to identify as. He could do either one. All right, 110.
10.
Yeah. Home stretch. Phone's on 10%.
Mine too. Mine just gave me the notification earlier. Alright, let's just go through them or what? 9?
Yeah.
Alright, let's just go. Alright, let's finish this shit.
All right, so that's 40. That's 45. So bang out 45 push-ups, and then we'll do 45 squats.
That's 9 down. 9 down is 45.
Yeah, 9 down is 45.
Oh. 9 down sounds easy.
That's 30. That's 30. 30. 30.
15.
40. 40. 5 more.
21. Shout out to Aldo. Leveled up.
No doubt, though, the training is paying off, I guess. All right. 45 squats. Oh, shit.
29. Woo. $36.
Ah, 40. Ah, shit. 40. Ah, 5 more. 5 more. 5 more. Ah, 45. God damn. Oh, shit. There it is, man. The podcast where you get fit and talk shit. Or the opposite sometimes. But we're getting gains up in here, my people. We ain't bullshitting. Every Sunday, 10 a.m. Easter time. 9 a.m. Nebraska time. And what's on Osiris time? Shit.
Yeah. Subject to
7
change
a.m.
during the summer.
7 a.m. for Derek.
Yeah.
7 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah, we're as early as it could get for Derek.
Derek's up bright and early out there, man. Good for him, because not many people are going to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Every Sunday.
And do
A working man.
push-ups.
A working man.
Yep.
Yes, sir, man. Blessed to be in this community, man. I appreciate it.
Let's go. You guys are finished?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was doing the push-ups, and I'm going to be honest, I pulled a Gus. I lost my count, so I did the I did whatever I thought. Then I did my 45 squats, and I finished off with an extra set of 20 push-ups. So I know I got the whole 45 in, maybe a little more, but either way.
Great show, guys.
Amazing. Amazing, man. The work was done. The talk was done. These talks are necessary, man. We must talk and not be ashamed of our opinions, man. You'll be amazed how many more people either have your opinion or respect your opinion, even if they have their own. You'll be amazed, man. Please do not stay quiet. Say something. Talk to your friends, your loved ones, on your channel. Do not be afraid. There's always going to be somebody that don't like you, man. So what? There will be 1,000 more that fucking love you.
Great message.
Yes, sir.
100% right, Aldo.
Yes, sir, man. That's why I be talking shit, man. Sometimes I know I be going outboard, but that's my head. I'm gonna share my head, man. You know? That's my channel. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
And it's your First Amendment right.
Yes, sir.
Hey, on a
Freedom of
different
speech,
note,
baby.
I'm switching gears here. I think we're closing it out, so I want to give a quick shout out to Euro, right?
Oh, yes, sir.
What?
Shout out to Yeto.
Shout out to
He's
Yeto,
a
yeah.
beast, man.
Yes,
He
sir.
is a beast. I watched one of his videos the other day where, holy shit, he did a pull-up, then he was doing. The guy's a beast, straight up beast. Shout out to him, man.
Yeah,
He's down in Florida too, right? He's a Florida guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a bar star and Drip Ray.
He is a beast. Shout out to him, man. He works.
Yeah,
he works hard.
Does time on the bar. He be on that bar.
Yes. Yeah.
He's got a
the
home
last
in there.
video that he posted, man.
In Tim's.
Oh man.
In Tim's. He be on the bar in Tim's. Very New York. Classic. Shout out
I
to
noticed that too. And he was doing those jump lunges. He was doing the jump lunges with the Timberlands on.
Yeah, you gotta respect it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hey, man, we made
All right,
it, man.
boys. We got through it. 465 push-ups, 465 squats.
Not 500. We did.
Right?
That's why we started with the 35 buy-ins.
Oh, right, the 35, right. 500, good. 1,000 reps.
Preemptive.
Yes, sir, man. That was amazing, guys. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, Old Dog, man. Gainbros, man. I'm blessed to be in your fucking circle, man. I will fucking forever honor that shit, man. I'm serious.
Hey, likewise, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate all you guys today. Great conversation, Derek, Aldo, Gus. Appreciate it, guys.
Yes, sir.
And, I'll keep in touch. Hopefully next week, I'll be out here with my grandson, bouncing him on my knee, doing reps.
Oh man, Gainbros just left.
Oh, he cut.
I don't know what happened. Oh, his phone must have died. Yeah. Oh, everyone. Yeah. All right, Old Dog, man. God bless you, man. Congratulations. We want to see some of those pictures of that baby, man. Still got the grandpa jeans. Yes, sir.
I'll be in touch.
Man, everyone.
I'll be in touch.
Yes, sir, man.
All
Thank you so much, everyone, man. Yeah, you too, bro. God bless you, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Get fit and talk shit.